The bridge between fact is accomplishment. The bridge between inspiration, being inspired, is an achievement. The bridge between necessity is productivity. So it's not just about making a decision, it's about being disciplined in achieving what you want to achieve.
If you don't find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone. Amen. Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Everything you put your hand go work. Your name go open doors. You self go be a
Hello beautiful people, happy new year. It's your girl Adora Gold again. I know it's been a while. I said this time I'm going to try and change this year. Today we'll be discussing about motivation, decision, and discipline. What is motivation? Motivation is about something that inspires you to do something, but it's not an accomplishment. And decision making, what decision do you make? Do you make decision from the left or from the right, and how it affects your future? Then let's talk about discipline. Discipline is about achievement. Decisions in life, it's a word that stands out from every other words. Why do I say that? In life, it's about failing to do or failing not to do. So it's one of the two. Now, let me explain something to you. What is motivation? How do you motivate yourself? Does that lead you to an achievement? Now, let's explore a little bit. How disciplined are you? A lot of us will struggle with a lot of things. We've all said this year, oh, come 2022, I'm going to change this way. I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do that. These are my goals. This is the things I've prayed to achieve. These are one of the areas I want to change. These are one of the areas I want to add, remove, subtract. Different things that will say. Habits, behaviors, prayer life. We've all said all of these things. And we've said this over and over again over the years. We all say all those things, like things that I have really struggled with dealing with is weight loss. Now, I'm going to make you understand the difference between motivation, decision making, and achievement, which is the discipline. I've struggled with weight loss for so many years. 1 minute I've put on weight, the other minute I've lost weight. Now, let me give you an example what happens. What I'm dealing with is that I love food. And the fact that I love food or I enjoyed food, and let's say good food to eat, I can't zip my mouth or cut down on some things. Some other times I've made decision to lose weight and I've achieved them because I did them. I motivate myself. I'll go, you see me once it's 1st of January, I'll go and get my kids, I'll get my Nike stuff, do this, run down to JD Sports, get everything geared up, call my friend, then we'll all registered, maybe let's say we'll register for 3 months and do all of that. Then what happens? By the time we do it the first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, we're motivated to do them. So we're looking where it's exciting. We want to go there and do all of that. But guess what? At that point, we'll cut down on the food. We'll stop eating junk food. We'll stop eating fast food. We'll stop carbs. We'll start eating proteins. We'll start eating foods that don't really have taste. We'll start eating salads, vegetables. Even though we like them or we don't like it, that's what we eat. We've gone beyond motivation. So we've made a decision to go do exercise to lose weight. Then we've passed the motivation bit. Then the doing is going to the gym. So that's the difference. Now, let me give you another example. When you want to become a model, you have your role models, you have sizes you need to be. Maybe you have the height, so your height is motivating you. You look the way you look, what people say. People tell you you look like a model. People say a lot of stuff. So that motivates you, and you're like, okay, I can actually do modeling. But the things that comes with modeling, are you ready to do it? Now, after being motivated, you start trying to get into more shape, not to add more weight. You try to maintain your stature. You try not to eat the wrong food. Then what happens? When you've passed the age stage of motivation, then you've already made that decision. But the thing is, can you maintain it? Would you see food and pass? And would you go for the classes? If you get some people go as far as hiring what is it called again? You hire a personal trainer, and the personal trainer trains you, and you you get into it to get all the pains and the aches. But what happens? Guess what? When life happens, let's say you get kicked by something. Okay, for instance, with what we're dealing with right now, COVID. We're dealing with COVID. The first week you caught COVID, maybe from one of the days you went to the gym, then now you're asked to isolate. So by the time you isolate, by the time you start isolating from other people, you've stopped going to the gym the first day, you've stopped the gym the second day, you've stopped the gym the third day, you've stopped the gym by the 10th day. Now you're meant to go back to the gym by the 11th day, isn't it? So getting to the 11th day, the bones and everything, the motivation have left you. So you're not motivated anymore because you're too relaxed. You've indulged on so many other stuff like watching Netflix, doing this, doing that. So the zeal to do it is no longer there. But the decision that you made to achieve losing the weight or to achieve maintaining the body to keep you at achieving your goals, you've lost it. So first we make decision, then the next thing decision makes us. Let me tell you what my principal said. My principal said to me and his son. He said to me he went to uni at the age of 50. When he on his 50th birthday was the day he made a decision to go and do law, to become a lawyer. And all his friends were like, at 50? What do you mean? How are you going to do it? How do you think you're going to do it? He said no, that he's going to achieve his aim. He want to become a lawyer. And he's not just going to become a lawyer, but he's going to become a barrister. So, and they were like, 7 years? Are you joking? So he said yes. So he made that decision when he saw maybe one or two of his role models that are lawyers, and he felt like, yes, I can do it. So at this age is when I'm ready to do it. Then he went to college. He went to college. From college, he went to uni. After 3 years, then he did his master's. By the fifth year, he's done his master's. By the 7th year, he's done his LPC. By the 8th year, by 58, he's done his he went to law school. So now by 58, he has already achieved the whole game. He has achieved the whole goals. So, but initially, when he wanted to start, it was a struggle, and he didn't feel he can make it, and people didn't believe he would be able to make it, and he was not looking back. He made that decision to do it. And it's not about making decisions. Some people we started first year together in school, they dropped by the second semester. So they dropped, they couldn't do it. The minute assignments got involved, they dropped. And some other people, school is not their thing. They are motivated to do it because they're seeing their friends going to school. So why not? If she can become a lawyer, I can do it. If she can become a nurse, I can do it. If she can become this, I can do it. But then it's about consistency. It's about making the decision. And it's not just making that decision, it's about achieving the decision. So now, what he said to me and his son was, he said to both of us, he said, look, in life, it's about decision that you make. When you make a right decision, then life will treat you well. But when you make a wrong decision, he said it's like a road. When you get to the end of the road, so that he chose to turn right instead of turning to the left. So that decision he made is what brought him to the achievement that he's got. So the years of study, the years of doing assignment, the struggle, everything, it's not just about being motivated, it's about achieving it. So that decision was made, the motivation was there, but it's about being disciplined. He was disciplined, he was doing his assignments, regardless of everything. I struggled with school. I struggled through school because at some point I was pregnant, and there was other times that I struggled with childcare. So, but the thing is, I made that decision and I said to myself, I'm going to have to study. This is what I want. This is what I want to become. At some point, it was a little bit of a struggle. But I had a friend, Mr. Adi. He said to me in school, he said, oh, can you concentrate? Because I wasn't sure if I knew I wanted to do law and to become a lawyer someday. But at that point, when I went into school, then I realized how difficult it was. I was motivated. I made that decision to go in, but the achieving part was difficult because I had a lot of distractions. And when I see them, they didn't understand the challenges I was having. But when I explained to him, and he said, that's fine. What you need to do is do it this way, do it this way. We can all do like, we used to have a group of, about a group. We used to be like 10 or 15. So we used to trash a topic. So we break it down. After lectures, we break it down. So we trash it. You can now write it in your own English or in your own way of understanding. So that made life easy for me. And one day he said to me, after doing my undergraduate, and he said to me, how about title to your name? Not just beauty, not just saying, oh, I have a fine face, or I'm beautiful, I'm this. He said, how about having a title to your name? That it will really, really make sense. Don't I think so? I went home, I thought about it, I picked up a form, and I filled the form for masters. That was how I did my masters. So you see, it's not, I was motivated by the things that he said to me. I made that decision, and from that decision, I was able to achieve it. So, and I disciplined myself, even if it's raining, even if it's sunny, even if I don't have to sleep, I have to do my work. And I did the work, and that was how I was able to achieve that. Now, let's talk about turning things into reality. Sometimes we make some decisions that hurt us in the future. Some decisions that we've made in the past, they've come to haunt us. Some decisions that we've made out of ignorance, they've come to hurt. Some decisions that we made in a hurry comes to hurt. Some decisions we make out of emotions, they come to hurt. Now, some decisions that we make as families. What decision do you make as a family? Do you make a decision that is favorable to everyone, or is it just some people, they find it difficult to get a wife, they struggle in the area of relationship. Some people, they find it difficult to get a husband because they're in that, they see their friends and everybody and children, it motivates them to say, oh, I want to get married, I want to be like my friends, I want to have a home. But then when they make that decision, the problem is at the end of the day, they are not disciplined because they are used to a certain lifestyles. The lifestyle you live when you're a single person, is not the same lifestyle you live when you're a married person. They are two different things. Somebody is invading your space, somebody is in your life. You have to make that decision that you're going to be disciplined to suit the other party so as to keep the home. Because when you don't make that decision to adjust yourself, adjusting your behavior, adjusting your character, adjusting your habits, because the thing is, we're from different backgrounds, we have different upbringings. How you grew up is different from how I grew up. Some things that are acceptable to you are not acceptable to me. So when you bring it to the table in a home, then it breaks the home because the other party is not what they're used to. It's not the lifestyle that they're used to. When you exhibit certain characters, certain behaviors in your homes, in your relationship, so what are you doing? You're going to jeopardize having a happy home. So when you do things irrational or doing things just because it suits you, you don't know what the future holds. In future, some decisions that we make or that we've made, they come hunting. Some decision you make today is what determines how your future would be. Do not make a decision that wakes up tomorrow to haunt you just because some people that smokes a lot, for instance, it's a habit that they exhibited. Maybe it was being introduced to them when they were young because their friends were smoking and all of that. But at the end of the day, they made that decision. They enjoyed it. But they at the end, maybe at the long run, the things start affecting their lungs and they become ill. Now, when they've become ill, it's a decision they made in the past. So whatever decision you make, we have to find, like, it's something. I am very disciplined. I'm a very disciplined person. I have things that I don't do. There are things I said to myself. I chose not to do them. If I say I don't smoke, it's because I chose not to do it. If I say I don't drink, it's because I chose not to do it. If I say I don't want to do this, it's because I chose not to do them. There are certain decisions that I've made that I feel is good for me, that is best for me, and I am disciplined and I'm keeping to those decisions. But when you're not stable, when you're not consistent, when you're not still, you're just all over the place. Like the song that says you start running, at the end of the day, it comes haunting. So you might think that you're having fun today, but tomorrow it might not be fun. Tomorrow it might come haunting just because you've made a certain decision, and those decisions, they come knocking. So we have to be careful based on the decisions that we make. Now let's talk about discipline. Do you know some people want to be who you are? Some people, let's say for instance, some people want to be pastors. Some people say it's Pastor Chris. They see the way he dresses, he looks nice with his haircut all done, and all of that, looking very nice with a nice clean suit. And they feel, oh wow, I would like to be a pastor. I really love to be a pastor. But the truth of the matter is, can you face the battle that they're facing? Can you carry everybody's burden? Are you ready to fast and pray? Can you really, really, really devote yourself and be disciplined not to do certain things? The bridge between fact is accomplishment. The bridge between inspiration, being inspired, is an achievement. Bridge between necessity is productivity. So it's not just about making a decision, it's about being disciplined in achieving what you want to achieve. Begin no matter how small. If you want to do business, you can start a little. If you want to go to school, you can start today. Start from college. Start from foundation. People didn't just get to the top. They started with the first step. When you have a child or when you have a baby, they don't just start working. They start with a bottle feeding. They start with breasts. They grow to solid food. They start crawling. They start sitting before crawling. Then from crawling, then they start standing. So it's not just about having a child today and you see them start working. No, it was starting from a step, step by step, step by step. The start of a life is today. Don't lose it. Don't just lose it. Just know what you're doing. It's about process. So life is about process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process in achieving your goals. Don't give up. Put the decision into action. Start a goal. Do something for yourself. Do what you love. Sit back and ask yourself, what do I really want to do? The book I want to write for over 20 years, I've not been able to do it. These children are not allowing me to do anything. Give yourself 1 hour. Give yourself time. Last year I struggled with this, but this year I've made the decision and I'm going to keep to that decision and I'm going to be disciplined about achieving it. So let's all put hands together, heads together in achieving our goals. It's not just about talking. It's not just about being motivated. Motivation is a very good thing. You admire it. You see it. Oh, wow, I really love to. I really want it. Then you make that decision. But it's about being disciplined. A lot of people are so scared of failing. So because of that, they discipline themselves not to overspend and to work hard. So that's the reason, because they're scared of failing. They don't want to fail. Because of that, they have to be disciplined. Some people say some people are stingy. Some people are very, very stingy because they are trying not to lose everything. They're still trying to have. But that decision that you've made is a good one. But when you made a bad decision and not changing or not retracing your step from doing something bad, tomorrow that same decision is going to come and haunt you because you were not disciplined. You have to be disciplined. It's just like bringing up a child. You have to discipline a child. You have to tell them, don't do this, don't do that. When you smile, when you play, they take it for granted. But if you make them understand, when you do it next time, you're going to be punished. So discipline is part of upbringing. We're all disciplined. Otherwise, we won't be where we are. So try as much as you can in your goals, in your career, in your family, in your relationship, in your marriage. Try as much as you can. Not just being motivated, not just making a decision, but achieving your goals and being disciplined. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and have a wonderful time.